Welcome back to PR After Hours. I'm your host, Alex Greenwood, bringing you your weekly cocktail of PR and marketing tips that will help you and your business. Too much information got you down? I understand. Well, I'll be back in just a moment with some tips to help you manage the coronavirus response by making sure you stay factual. Hello, listeners. It's me, Alex, from PR After Hours. I hope you're enjoying the show so far. And I wanted to talk to you just for a moment about the way I get this show right into your earbuds every week. It's because I use Anchor FM. Now, I've told you previously that I've been podcasting since 2006, back when we used stone knives and bear skins and a couple of Dixie cups and string. Anchor FM has really streamlined this and made it simpler for people who don't know the first thing about setting up a podcast or don't have, time to learn all the pro tools and stuff, because it's all right here. First thing it's important to know is it's free. There are certain tools that will allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will then distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. That's huge. Distribution is a big pain in the butt, to be honest with you, so it's really great Anchor FM can do that for you, and you're not paying hosting fees. That adds up every month. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place, so download the free Anchor app or go to Anchor FM to get started, and be sure to join me in the virtual cocktail lounge on PR After Hours. Public Relations Society of America has put out some information on the infodemic. That's where we have too much information about coronavirus, and it's confusing, and it can be dangerous, especially if the information isn't completely factual. So they've issued kind of an RX with 3 simple steps for staying informed. 1, they say focus on facts. Do not rely on friends' opinions, online theories, gossip, conflicting news stories, social media, or political speeches. Not all information is accurate. Your health and life depend on facts from trusted science and medical experts. Speaking of which, 2, use 2 trusted sources that will have up-to-date info. They select, and I agree with, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and the World Health Organization. There will be links in the show notes. And 3, really simply, check 3 times daily. Situations change rapidly. Be aware of misinformation and disinformation and check reliable sources 3 times daily. I cannot stress it enough, folks. Before you share anything on social media, whether in a business context or a personal context, if it's not from a reliable source, then it's not worth sharing. If you cannot get corroborative coverage about the same topic from other news outlets that are trusted, then I would say it's not something you should share. Before I share anything, I make sure I can corroborate it on 3 trusted sites. So if it's something about the coronavirus, I check CDC or WHO. And if it's something involving response to the coronavirus from a politician or whomever, I also double check with news outlets, and I just be very careful not to pass on misinformation. Okay, well, I hope checking on your facts with trusted sources 3 times daily is helpful to you. I'm very appreciative of the PRSA for providing that information to us. So please do so. Please be well. Please take care of yourselves, your clients, and we'll get through this. Looks like that's last call for the happy hour here in the virtual lounge. I hope this cocktail of tips, news, advice, etc. was useful to you. Of course, if you need more information, be sure to visit us online at prafterhours.com. You can always follow us on Twitter. We're at OursPR. And don't forget, if you have a question for me, I want to hear it. I'd love to play the message on the show and answer it for you. All the instructions are in the show notes. It doesn't cost you a thing, and it's kind of fun. So please think about doing that. I'd love to hear your voice and try to answer your questions about PR, marketing, management, productivity, etc. Hey, I can even give you my favorite cocktail recipe. Don't forget also, you can support the frequency and value of this show. Please consider being a sponsor. Just check the show notes for information on that. And if I may, I'll rattle the virtual tip jar for you and just say that even if you can't sponsor the show, but you want to keep it going and encourage me, please feel free to throw in a few bucks. It's not a big deal at all. Just again, check the show notes. Okay, I got to wipe down this bar and get things cleaned up. I've got dishes to wash, glasses to clean, fruit to cut up, PR news to read up on, the usual. Join me again soon for PR After Hours, your virtual PR cocktail lounge. I had to add a little postscript here. I forgot to mention in the main body of this episode that Snopes.com is really an excellent fact checking site. Snopes.com. I'll put a link in the show notes. Doesn't hurt to check it out before you share it.